Liverpool to Portsmouth, yeah, that chorus got the crowd screaming.
Alrighty folks, welcome to another video. Apologise for the sound of the rain on the roof. We've got a bit of a winter's thunderstorm rolling through this afternoon. So I just thought I'd do a video of what I've bought this week and also what's sold this week. So not much in the way of purchases, but quite a few sales, as you'll see. That wasn't fails actually, that was sales, as you'll see a little bit later on. There's some good scores amongst this, so we'll run through it and show you what I've got. Alright, so we'll start with this. It's a little sharp organiser. I don't know whether I can open it one-handed, just bear with me guys. There we go. So I've sold these before and they've done pretty well. Probably about 25 bucks. I paid $1. She said it works but it needs a battery, so we'll see. It was worth a gamble for $1. Right. This little fella here, little wooden mouse. Looks like somebody just made it, but it was $1. Had a sticker on the bottom there, and some of these are worth some good money if they're by a particular artist, but clearly that's not. So it's probably rubbish. But anyway, then these I picked up this morning. I paid $2 for them. They're in really nice condition with the exception of that mark there, which will hurt the value, but they're still pretty good. Still happy with those. We've got another pair of Asics here. These are, they call them golf shoes. As you can see there, I don't know whether you guys do that as well, but I paid $6 for them and I tried to make it look like 60, so yeah, it's just what I do to try and mask what I actually paid for it. And over here we've got this, which is a little counts Australian coins, so you load it up with Australian coins and tells you how much is there. So it's not complete, it's meant to have caps on there and then a chain that runs all the way through it to stop people tampering with it. But I thought it was still pretty cool and I paid $2 for it. There's nothing Australian like it. There's a British one on eBay, but they're chasing, I think they're chasing 45 for it, but it's complete with the lids, so I don't know, if I can get 20 for it, that'll be pretty cool. This little guy here, bit of fun, bit of, I don't know whether it's brass or bronze, I'd say brass, but bit of weight to it. But anyway, I paid $6 for that. I really don't know whether it's worth anything, but I'll give it a bash. Somebody's got to want it, surely. Alright, I'm heading this direction. An old Nokia 3210, 50 cents. It's complete. Obviously no way of testing whether it works or not. So 50 cents is going to be worth more than that. This was also 50 cents. It's Bean it's called, and it's basically a countdown timer for nappy change, feeding, sleep, blah 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 for your baby. So 50 cents, that's worth a shot, I think. Probably about 20 for that. And the rain's getting louder, sorry guys. There's some photo paper that's still sealed. It's 100 sheets. It's an Aldi brand one, but still paid $1 for it. It's going to be worth more than that. This one was $3. Little Samsung camera. It is clean, except for my grubby fingerprints all over it. Works perfectly. Difference with this one is it actually runs on AA batteries. So anyway, probably get about 20 for that, I'm thinking. A couple of video games. Super Mario Brothers, paid $2 for that. I reckon I can get 30. That's a good game to look out for, guys. This one here was $2 as well. It's not a game, obviously. It's well, you can read it, but there's a lot of train buffs out there, so $2. I don't know what it'll go for, but we'll aim for, you know, somewhere 10 to 15. This fella here I paid $3 for, and it seems pretty sought after for the Wii U, and I should get around $20. Alright, then there's this little darling over here, which is one of these. I don't know whether you guys remember them, but they were time-out dolls, I think they were called. But she's a bit grubby and whatnot, but cost me $3.50 at the Salvos, so worth a shot at that. Then we move over to this fella here. Try and open it. Now this I paid $10 for. It's ex-display stock, so it can't be sold as new, and also it has a downside in that the battery won't hold a charge, so whoever buys it will need to replace that little rechargeable battery that goes in the back there. Apart from that, it works perfectly fine. Got instruction manual charger, charging cable. It's Marantz branded, obviously, so it's a high-end piece of goods. They seem to be selling for about 150, but I'm going to aim probably 120 because of the battery issue, so I'm going to have to go and buy a battery for it. So that's probably the score of the week. I've had one before. It did take quite a while to sell because you've got to have that person with it, Marantz home theatre system that needs that. So yeah, that could take some time again. Another camera. Alright, one-handed job here. Now let's have a look. Oh, come on. So it's a little Fujifilm. It's a model on that. It's a S1800 fine-pix camera. It's in pretty good nick. There is a mark on the screen there that I'm not sure whether it'll come off or not, but it's all perfectly working. No issues with it at all. I paid $10 for it with the case. I'm going to chase 50. I should get 50 for it. I've sold these before. They sell pretty well. And then lastly, I know I said I wasn't going to do clothes unless it was something exceptional, but I think what I've got's exceptional. Well, decent anyway. So that's a little Hurley jumper. They call it turtleneck. And it's got a pretty cool graphic on the back, so that's what stood out for me. That was $8, but it was half off jumpers at St Vincent de Paul, so $4 for that. Couldn't leave that there. Next, we've got another one of these Defence Force type shirts. It's got Middle East 2010 Coalition Fire, the different country flags there. We've got Canada, Australia, Great Britain and France, and then it's got Fire and Rescue across the back of it. So that was $4 at Lifeline. So I'll chase probably somewhere between 25 and 30 for that fella. This one here, just bought it because it's in new condition. It's a Heineken shirt. It's really good nick. Has been worn, but yeah, all this is embroidered too. So I paid $4 for that. I'll chase probably 20 for that one. And this one's my favourite. Bit of patriotic, US patriotic anyway, Under Armour. I paid a $5 for that one. I'm going to chase probably 35 for that. Under Armour still sells really well in Australia for whatever reason. So that's all pretty cool. It's got the logo on the back as well. Next, I've never had this stuff before, but I watch the American folk with their Tommy Bahama stuff. That sells really well, so Tommy Bahama polo. It's got the marlin there, it's got the little marlin thingy down there as well. That's pretty much flawless, besides needing a good iron. She's in good nick. And lastly, I would normally never touch this, but I thought it was pretty cool. Ed Sheeran New Zealand tour shirt. There there's a sheep. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, that's going to be it for what we bought this week. I'll add the what we sold this week part to the video now, and we'll go from there. Cheers, guys. Alright guys, welcome to the what sold part of the video. Been an awesome couple of weeks. Yeah, sold some really cool stuff for some really good money. So I'm going to run through what we've sold. No particular order here, this is just how they open up when I open the tabs. I will try and remember what I purchased them for and where I purchased them, and you'll see the prices I sold for, obviously. Right, and all my prices, unless I say otherwise, include shipping. Yep, I play that game with eBay. So anyway, first one was LeBron James, Cleveland Cavs shirt had the James 23 on the back of a genuine Adidas product. I paid $6 for this at a Lifeline store and sold it for $29. Next, this was a super cool sale. This was brand new, cost me $5. This was also Lifeline, and just really nice, genuine. Let's say that again. Genuine low pro camera bag, and yeah, I paid $5 for it. Took a while to sell. Sold for $55. Yeah, very cool score, that one. I'd buy them again every day of the week. Next were these Adidas shoes. These were very cool looking shoes, actually ladies' shoes. You can see by the soles there, they've had no wear. And they're just a nice looking shoe. They've got the gold flecks through them. Yeah, very nice shoes. Anyway, I paid $2 for those and ended up getting $59.95 shipping, but they probably sat around for 12 months. I know I've mentioned previously that I've only had my store for about a month now, but prior to that I've been selling on eBay for a long time. So anyway, they've sat around for that long and then finally they've sold. Next, these are really cool. They were men's, they're suede, Eddie Van Halen, Adidas shoes. They were just a nice nick. You can see the glue around the edges there. That seems to be the case with all of these shoes, and yeah, it's just the way they are. So I disclose that in the ad. Always disclose anything like that, so there's no recourse if somebody decides to have a whinge down the track. But yeah. So yeah, that was a really cool score. So I paid 10 for those. I paid 10, so I paid up a bit for those, but I knew they'd sell. So we got 47. So take away fees and postage, and I would have doubled my money on them. So I'm happy with that. Next up, this little guy here. I didn't think I'd, really get anything for this. There was nothing, no information about it. I don't even know where this brand comes from, or I've got no idea. I could find very little on it. So anyway, it was a cassette Walkman type thing, player. It was basically new, as you can see, but it didn't have the headphones with it. It worked. There's no problem with it. All the functions worked and everything. So yeah, I paid $5 for that at RSPCA op shop, and I priced it up at $39 just because I didn't know a price. So anyway, it sold. So happy about that. Next up, these Panasonic DVD RAM. I know nothing about them. Know nothing about them at all, except I paid $2 and I sold it for $34. Next was this Time Team DVD. Was it 4 discs? Yeah, 4 disc set. Seems to be a pretty popular TV show. I've watched it a few times myself. It's quite good actually. But anyway, that was that. Said watched once condition. There was no faults with it, no marks on the disc, nothing at all. So there's a thunderclap outside. I paid $2 for it, sold for 22, and that sold pretty quickly, probably 2 business days, I suppose. Then there was this. This sat around for a long time. I really thought this would go super quick, but you can see my old blow-up mannequin in that photo, so that goes back a while. Anyway, it's a Caterpillar branded high-vis safety shirt. The guy who bought this bought another shirt from me, and I'll show you that later. It's coming up. But he said he'd want to buy this one off me as well. So I said, look, offer me $22 and you can have it. So he did that, and I accepted his $22, and it's gone. Next, this was this Nintendo DSi that I bought with all the games. I paid $40 for it and all the games, and I sold this for $40 plus shipping on top. So basically, take away fees and everything, and I'm probably $30 into that $40 lot now. So happy with that. This part of it here makes the money back. So this one I got $20 for, and it sold instantly, like within an hour of listing it. so I might have priced that a little bit too low. $20, free ship. Disclosed again, working perfectly, no manual. So next, this is one that I thought I would never shift. I've mentioned it in one of my previous videos. It was the 2008 Brisbane Broncos season member shirt. Again, you can see it's been around for a while, but anyway, yeah, I think I paid $5 for it. But like I said before, I wouldn't have bought it if I'd realised it was a season membership shirt, because they don't seem to move. Anyway, someone flicked me an offer for, I think it was 13, I replied back with 17, and they took it, so it's gone. I really made nothing out of that. This one here, the guy that bought the Caterpillar shirt bought this one as well. This was a really cool score. I paid $3 for this fella. $3. And it's like brand new. I doubt it was ever worn. I actually said new without tags because I actually believe it was never worn. There's not a mark on it. There's just nothing. It's completely faultless. So I'm happy to call it new without tags. I paid $3. I sold for $35. Stoked. This one here. These in good nick can fetch really good money, like I'm talking $100. They sell new for close to $200. So this one, as you can see, it's a bit sun faded and whatnot, but still no holes, no nothing like that, completely wearable, and a very nice shirt to boot. I paid, oh gee, what did I pay for that? It wasn't much because of the damage, the wear to it. It would have been less than $5. Anyway, you probably go back a few videos and see that for yourself. Now, Disclose has some pilling and general usage type wear, no rips, holes, stains, etc. And I got $30 for that. Next, oh, this was pretty cool little sale actually. This was brand new in the bag. It was a 2010-2011 Vodafone Ashes Series replica baggy green. It's got some fluff on it there, but trust me, it was brand new in the bag, never been worn. I took it out of the bag to take photos. But anyway, I paid $1 for that at the flea market, and it hung around for a little while, probably a month or more, and I got $26 for it. So I actually saw one of them at the thrift shop yesterday. They wanted $5 for it, and it was used condition, so I left it on the shelf. Anyway, next, this was a pretty good flip. I paid up for this. This was in my last video, I think, where I paid, $30 for it. You can see it's still got like the anti-tamper seal on the bottom there. It was faultless, and it also had the Beats audio built in, so I think it made it a little bit more desirable. That sat up on eBay for probably a week, I suppose, and then somebody paid full price for it, so happy about that. And the last item, sold just now, it's going to reload, is that Olympus Tough camera that I was going to keep for myself, and then I decided that, you know what, I've got a GoPro and I've got a phone that takes nice photos, and why would I want to lump something like this around? So I thought I'd put it on eBay. Paid $20 for it. You would have seen that in the previous video. Comes with the charger, the floaty thing, blah 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 blah, and yeah, it's in nice nick. And somebody paid $125 for it. Happy with that too. Alright guys, thanks heaps for watching. Yeah, any questions, any comments, anything like that, just hit me up in the messages below and I'll get back to you. Alright, cheers.